What's going on? My name is Jay. I'm with Midwest and Beyond, and today we're at Rojas Gym in Beloit, Wisconsin. Not only are we highlighting Rojas Gym, but we're also highlighting International Boxing, a promotional company based right here in Wisconsin. We're going to talk to the owner, Skylar Thompson, learn a little bit more about how he got started and his journey to where he's at now, right? So let's get into it. Yo, what's going on? My name is Jay. I'm with Midwest and Beyond, and we're here with Skylar Thompson, the owner of International Boxing. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. That's good. So we wanted to come sit down with Skylar, highlight International Boxing, learn a little bit about him, his history, and where he comes from, and how International Boxing came to be. So let's get into it. I mean, we got a lot to talk about, because not only do you do the promotion, you train, and then you also were a former boxer. So let's start off with where you from and how you got into boxing in general.
Well, I'm from Rockford, Illinois, originally. Reside in Janesville now. I got into boxing at 4 years old. My father, he was a fighter, and then my great uncle was a fighter, my grandmother's brother. So he trained, he boxed down south, and then he started to train. He was working a lot, so he started to train fighters all the way up until he moved to Rockford from Vance, Mississippi. So they ended up moving out here, and then he worked with my father. And my father fought a few of the tough mans, went and sparred in Chicago and a lot of the gyms. He turned pro, but he didn't actually have his first pro fight. He felt that they was going to mistreat him and use him as a journeyman, so he wasn't willing to go through that. So he just kind of kept away. So throughout the years, he just always watching the fights, saying what he could have done. And so I didn't get his attention at all. I wanted to go places with him. He'd leave me at the house with my mom. So then finally after a fight, Mike Tyson versus Bone Crusher Smith back then, that Saturday night, I told him I want the box. So that Monday, he took us to his boss house. His boss had all equipment. He didn't have nothing to do with it. Gave it to us. We set up a gym. Everything was history there. So I trained from 4 years old all the way up until I was 13 before I went into an actual boxing gym. And then after that, I went 5 years as an amateur undefeated. And then I got my first loss in the Golden Gloves championships. Then after that, fought again, got my loss to a guy from Ireland. Fought again, got my loss to another guy from Russia. Then after that, things changed for me, started to win. I was out with an injury, so.
Yeah, most definitely. So, how did you make that transition from, boxing to the promotional side?
Well, from promotion, when I got towards the middle of my career, I had one guy come to me and he says, "Hey, just leave the pro game alone itself. Let's get into promotion." And I just kind of brushed it off. And then someone else said, "Man, why don't you be a promoter?" And then my boxing manager, he said, "Skylar, I see you being a promoter." So when he said it, I kind of took it in. And then I had two more times. So when it comes in twos and threes, then you can believe it. When it came the fifth time, then I knew it was that time. So 2012, I tried to get my feet off the ground. Things didn't work out. 2013, tried to, didn't work out. 2014, we finally had an opportunity to do one. And the show was pulled at the weigh-in due to things not being in order. And so 2015 we tried again, and we had some misinterpretation or whatever. So then 2016 I finally got off the ground. So we did our first event at the Crown Plaza in Milwaukee, February 20th, 2016. Then we came back April the 16th, 2016 Did our event in Davenport, Iowa. Then we came back in July of 2016, the event in Milwaukee, and then December 16, 2016 in Milwaukee. I had a 5 year hiatus, came back, and the end of 2021 all the way up until 2025, we've been consistent with this events.
That's awesome. That's awesome, and I think that's a powerful message for the people out there too. You said you started in 2012.
Yep, 2012.
So tried it in 2012, tried it in 2013, tried it for 3 years straight,
Yep.
and it didn't work. And he stayed persistent, and now international boxing is what it is today. So altogether, how many total
Nine
boxing
years.
events? What
No,
how many boxing events? Yeah.
Right now, in the past 9, should have been more, but I had the 5 year hiatus. So from 2016 was 4 that year, and then on the comeback we had 17. So altogether, 21 events
21
altogether,
events. Wow.
and 17 of them has been in the past 3.5 years, 4 years.
Awesome, awesome,
Yeah.
cool. So international boxing, where? Tell us about the name. Where did that come from? How did that come about?
Well, when I came back, having a hiatus, I knew I would have to change the name. And so one morning I was just laying in the bed and God told me it's time. And so he was really telling me time to do my ancestry. And so I went and did my ancestry, and it shows all DNA from every background pretty much, from the continent of Asia, Africa, North America, Europe. And so I said, know what? I'm gonna name my company International Boxing. Not just about the skin color, but it's about everybody. And so when you check out my cards, it's not catered to one race. We have Caucasian fighters from different ethnicity. We have black fighters from different ethnicity, whether they know it or not. We have a few Asian fighters from different ethnicities, a few native fighters from different tribal nations. So it's just been an overall thing. And since I named the company International Boxing, my phone has been ringing off the hook internationally. Dominican Republic, Argentina, Africa, Asia, Europe. People have been sending me messages from Russia and these Eastern European countries, Ireland, Britain, just everywhere.
Awesome, awesome. So, you boxed for a while. Now you on the promotion side. Which one do you prefer?
Well, the boxing, I love the boxing. That's to get up, work out, look in shape, fitness good, everything good. The promotional side has been just as hard as the fighter because you are a fighter no matter what you do. With promoting, you fighting because you competing against other promoters, and not even competing. You're not even trying to compete, but when they pull stunts like other promoters will overbid you for a certain guy you send a contract, he'll hold on to it, and then a promoter come out of nowhere and say, hey man, we pay you 500 more, we pay you 1,000 more, 2,000 more. Okay, the fighter go with the money. Okay, you have a certain budget, so they might think you lowball, and really that's not the case. It's just budget or whatever. And so it's been more harder as a promoter than it was a fighter. But I do love the job because I like bringing people together.
Right.
We have a whole movement throughout the state, which is 5,911,000, and so wherever we go, we've been selling out lately. So I got to thank God for that one.
Yeah, most
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah,
Most
yeah.
definitely. So, we mentioned the movement in the state. So, do you plan on just staying in Wisconsin, or do you plan on taking it, regional or even nationally, internationally? What do you see in the future?
Well, the future here, this is an international state, whether people know it or not. It's not just one race here. We got people here from Africa. We got different 11 tribes here. We have people from Central America, South America, Mexico. We have it all here, so it's automatically international. Now, internationally, to move outside the state, why build someone else's community up when this community needs to be built here? We don't have too much going on around here. We got a lot of abandoned houses, a lot of shootouts, a lot of fights, whatever. Let's change the narrative of or this Rock County is a bad county, or the state of Wisconsin is not a good state. Don't dirty the water that you don't want to drink. you live here, but you want to dirty it, but then you go elsewhere and spend an arm and a leg on everything, and then come back here broke and complain about other people being broke and they got no
Right.
money. So it's just time to just build our community and make this a great place to visit.
Right. I mean, and that's a perfect segue because you got an event coming up in Janesville, Wisconsin. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, we wanted to do something here a long time ago when we first came back, but unfortunately, one venue was too pricey, and then the other venue they didn't. The other two venues they didn't want nothing to do with it, and then the other ones it was too small. Then we didn't know anything about the Beloit region, and we didn't know anything about it, so we did our first event in Jefferson, and we said, well, after we do this, we'll come back. Sooner or later we'll come back, and so we built a market outside of Rock County, and so with this event in Janesville, we figured we come back, we will already be established when we come back home. So when we come back home, the first impression is a great impression. So here, I say we got most of the tickets sold, 15 tables sold. Um, Most of our GA seats are sold, so everyone's looking forward to it.
Most definitely. And tell the people the date. Because you got the weigh-in and then the fight. So
Okay.
let them know the date and the time.
So our weigh-in is kind of late because we wanted people to be able to make it to the weigh-in. They're getting off of work. They might have to go home, settle in, get dressed, whatever. So our weigh-in is at 7 p.m. at Bucky Lucky's Bell Bar Grill in Janesville. Is right across the parking lot from Elwood Bowling Alley. So you come on out, watch the fighters, get on the scale. We have our DJ right here. He'll be,
I will be DJing.
he'll be mixing up a few things at the weigh-in, and you get to check out the fighters. They look good. They all in shape. So you come out to the weigh-in, and then Saturday, doors will open up at 6 p.m. This event will be at the Glen Aaron Golf Club in Janesville, Wisconsin. If you cannot make it, you can order it online for $19.99, and that's at www.starfunstream.com or .pay-per-view, whichever one. But it should come up as pay-per-view. You come out, order the fight or whatever, watch it with your friends or whoever. If you don't want to watch it on TV, then come on out and enjoy the event. Now it's going to be at capacity, so we're not sure how many people we are going to be able to let in. But if you come early, we'll be able to get you in.
Yeah, and I don't know for those out there who haven't been to a boxing event, it's action packed from the start to the finish, and it's about 8 fights, right?
Right now, we have 10 fights right now.
It's at 10 fights, so
Now-
you definitely want to make sure you get there and see people put it on the line, right?
And also, we had 10 fights right now, but our flyers say all bouts are subject to change. So it can drop from now to there. So don't be upset if a fight pulls out or whatever. We put all bouts are subject to change, so people are not bothered by what's going on. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, and real quick before we get up out of here, tell them where they can find you, like social media platforms, if they want to keep up with international, boxing events outside of just this one coming up.
Okay, so we don't have an official website, so you can go to International Boxing on Facebook, or you can follow me, Skylar Thompson. I have 2 pages, so you can follow me under Skylar Thompson. But most of our events will be on International Boxing on Facebook. So we not only have this event February the 22nd, we also have an event March the 29th at the Riverside Ballroom in Green Bay. We have a Pro-Am card. We have an amateur fight during the day. The first bout for the amateur fight will start at 1 p.m. It will go from 1 to 4. And then we have like an hour and a half break in between time. Doors will open up at 6 for the pro event. First bout will start at 7. We have an action-packed card that night. And then also we have May the 17th at the Menominee Casino and Resort. That's going to be a nice outdoor event. If it doesn't rain, if it rains, we'll be indoors. We have a cracking card that evening. So if you're not doing anything or don't have anything going on, make the trip up north to come see us.
Events on events. Make sure you pull up and check them out. International Boxing, Skylar Thompson. And before we get up out of here, I got a couple boxing questions. I know Skylar He's my uncle, and he's a boxing historian. So we got a couple trivia questions for him. We're gonna see if we can stump him. So first question: who did Ali defeat for his first world title when he was 22 years old?
Sonny Liston.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. All right. Next question: what year was Rumble in the Jungle in Africa?
1973. 1974.
He got it. 1974. 1974. Okay. Last one. Who was Sugar Ray Leonard's trainer?
James Morton and Angelo Dundee.
Man, he got it, man. Skylar Thompson, man, boxing historian, international boxing. Make sure you check him out. February 22nd at the Glen Aaron Golf Course, Janesville, Wisconsin. And till next time.
Thank you.
Let's get it.
You can get your tickets at www.nitrotickets.com. That's www.nitrotickets.com, or you can buy them at the door.
Let's get it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm Rolando Peralta. I'm an amateur boxer, currently 1-1. And why I think everyone should come to Rojas Boxing Gym, because honestly it feels like a family. You come in here, everyone treats you with respect. It's just amazing in here. You can do it for all kinds of reasons. If you want to do amateur like me, if you want to learn how to fight, even if you want to lose weight. I came in here when I was big, like 300. I went all the way down to like 260. I gained some weight back, but I've been gone for a bit, so I'm coming back and I'm already losing it. So whatever you want, whatever needs you want, come to Rojas Boxing Gym.
My name is Lucas Labugan. I'm 19. I got my pro debut in Janesville, Wisconsin at the Glen Aaron Golf Club. Make sure y'all come check it out. It's going to be a great night.